All right, so today we're going to take a deep dive into the 2023 16-inch MacBook Pro
Okay.
with the M3 Max chip.
Sounds good.
We've been looking at a bunch of the reviews that have come out recently.
Yeah.
And we're trying to figure out if this machine really delivers on what it's promising, especially for professionals who are doing pretty demanding work.
Yeah.
So, we're not just looking at the specs,
No.
but we're really trying to understand,
Yeah, the impact on the workflows of people who are,
right,
really pushing the limit.
pushing the limit
of what you can do on a laptop.
Yeah, and the reviews that we've looked at have put it through its paces.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So let's start with what every review is calling out as the core of this machine.
Okay.
The M3 Max chip.
Right.
It's the brains of the operation.
Yeah, the powerhouse.
Powerhouse.
The central nervous system.
Yeah, and just about everyone is saying that it's a beast.
A beast. Yeah. I mean, the performance gains over previous generations are consistently emphasized.
Yeah.
We're talking about 16-core CPU up to a 40-core GPU.
That's pretty incredible.
Yeah, I mean, some reviewers are calling it a silicon powerhouse.
Right.
And just saying it crushes every benchmark.
Yeah,
So,
not just like a little incremental upgrade.
no, not at all.
Right. This is a significant leap. Yeah. So what does all that power actually mean?
Yeah.
For someone who's using it every day?
Right.
Like, think about
Yeah.
those really resource-intensive tasks.
Yeah.
Like
Video editing.
complex video editing.
3D rendering.
3D rendering, yeah.
Big data analysis.
Yeah, things that would normally just
Bog you down.
bog you down, yeah.
Yeah.
The reviews are suggesting that the M3 Max makes those workflows
Much smoother.
so much smoother and faster.
And faster.
Yeah, and that's not just about convenience.
Right.
Like, think about it. If you're a video editor
Yeah.
and you can suddenly,
Yeah.
work with more complex effects,
Render things faster.
render things faster.
Get projects done quicker.
Yeah, or if you're in data science
Mm-hmm.
and you can analyze huge data sets way more efficiently,
Exactly.
like that could change the kind of research you're able to do.
Absolutely. It can unlock possibilities that just weren't there before.
Yeah, and it's not just about the processing power,
No.
right? The architecture
Yeah.
supports up to 128 gigabytes of unified memory,
Right. Which is a huge advantage.
which is huge. Yeah.
Especially for these massive projects.
Yeah.
So unlike traditional systems where you have separate memory for the CPU and the GPU,
Right.
unified memory allows everything to access the same pool of high bandwidth memory.
Yeah. So it's like
Yeah.
everything's working together much more smoothly.
Exactly. It eliminates bottlenecks,
Yeah.
improves performance significantly.
Especially in tasks where the CPU and GPU are working really closely.
Yeah, like video editing, machine learning.
Yeah, so imagine running,
Right.
a ton of demanding applications at the same time.
Yeah.
Or working with
E-files.
these massive uncompressed video files.
Without any slowdown.
Yeah, without even breaking a
So
sweat.
that's what we're seeing in the reviews.
It's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
So, okay, you've got all this amazing processing power.
right.
You need a display that can keep up, right?
Of course.
And the reviews are just as excited about the 16-inch liquid Retina XDR display.
Yeah, it's getting rave reviews.
They're calling it a visual masterpiece.
And for good reason.
Yeah?
I mean, the brightness levels are exceptional.
Okay.
1,000 nits of sustained brightness.
Wow,
Peaks of 1,600 nits for HDR content.
that's bright.
And then you combine with
Yeah.
amazing contrast ratios and outstanding color accuracy.
Okay.
Really important for professionals.
Yeah.
It covers the wide P3 color gamut.
So this is like,
Yeah.
if you're doing anything where color accuracy is really important.
Video editing, graphic design, photo retouching.
Yeah.
This display is a huge asset.
It's a game changer.
Yeah.
And it's not just about static image quality either, right?
Right.
The reviews talk about ProMotion technology.
Yes.
So can you tell us a little bit about what that is and how it benefits the user?
Sure. So ProMotion basically adjusts the refresh rate of the display
Okay.
up to 120 hertz
Okay.
based on what you're viewing.
Yeah.
So that means that,
So it's dynamic.
yeah, it's dynamic. So
Okay. Yeah.
scrolling through documents, navigating animations
Yeah.
feels really fluid and responsive.
Okay. So it's like, it's,
But it also helps save battery life.
oh,
And
yeah.
you don't need that high refresh rate.
So it's smart.
Testing.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a subtle thing, but it makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Especially if you're working long hours.
It's easier on the eyes.
Yeah. Less eye strain.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So we've talked about the visuals,
Right.
which are clearly top-notch.
Top notch.
what about the other senses?
Yeah.
The audio, like what are the reviews saying about the sound on this machine?
So the audio is something that's easy to overlook, especially in a machine like this.
Right.
That's so focused on performance.
Yeah.
But the 2023 MacBook Pro actually has a 6-speaker sound system.
Oh, wow.
That gets a lot of praise in the reviews.
Really?
It's supposed to be surprisingly rich and immersive.
So it's not just like tinny laptop speakers?
No, not at all.
Okay.
And this actually can be beneficial for professional users too.
Oh, interesting.
Think about audio editing.
Okay.
Having that clarity and a wider soundstage can really help with mixing and mastering.
Okay, so you can hear more detail.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or video conferencing, clearer audio means better communication.
Makes sense.
Less chance of misunderstandings.
Yeah.
And it also has spatial audio support.
Oh, wow.
Which adds a more three-dimensional sound.
So if you're watching a movie or something.
Yeah, or listening to music, it's a more immersive experience.
Okay, so let's talk about the physical design now.
Okay.
Like, what are the reviewers saying about the look and feel of this machine?
So the consensus is that the design and build quality are still at that premium level you'd expect from a MacBook Pro.
Okay.
The aluminum unibody construction is a highlight. It just feels really solid.
It's like that classic MacBook Pro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You pick it up, it's well made.
Yeah, built to last.
Built to last, exactly.
Okay, and there's a new color option this time around, right?
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Space black.
Space black, okay.
A lot of reviewers are saying it adds a touch of sophistication.
So it's like a little bit more modern.
A little more modern, but still professional looking.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for those of you who use a lot of peripherals and need to connect to different things,
right.
What does the 2023 model offer in terms of connectivity?
So connectivity is crucial for professionals.
Yeah.
And it seems like Apple has really thought about that with this model.
Okay.
You get 3 Thunderbolt 4 ports.
3, okay.
High-speed data transfer, display connectivity. You've got a full-size HDMI 2.1 port.
Which is great.
Yeah, you can connect to external monitors without adapters.
Yeah, no dongles.
No dongles. An SDXC card slot.
Okay.
Big plus for photographers and videographers.
Yeah.
You can just pop your card in, transfer files quickly.
Yeah.
They brought back the MagSafe 3 charging port.
Okay.
Safe and convenient charging.
And the classic headphone jack.
And the headphone jack, yep. So you don't really need a bunch of dongles.
It's got everything you need.
Yeah, it's pretty comprehensive.
Okay, and what about wireless connectivity?
So it's got Wi-Fi 6E and Bluetooth 5.3.
Okay.
That ensures you've got really strong and fast connections.
Yeah.
Whether you're networking or connecting to peripherals.
So if you're working with large files.
Yeah.
Or you're doing a lot of online collaboration, that's going to make a big difference?
A big difference.
Okay, so we've covered the power, the display, the sound, the design, the connectivity.
Yeah.
But battery life is always a big concern.
Oh, of course.
For a mobile workstation.
Especially for a mobile workstation.
Yeah, so what are the reviewers saying about how long this thing can last on a single charge?
This is another area where the 2023 MacBook Pro really shines.
Okay.
Several reviews are reporting impressive battery life.
Like what kind of numbers are we talking about?
Some are saying up to 22 hours of video playback.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and even under heavier workloads.
Yeah.
It seems to be very efficient.
Okay.
And a lot of that is thanks to the M3 Max chip.
The chip, yeah.
It's designed to be very energy efficient.
Yeah, so if you're someone who's always on the go, traveling, working away from an outlet,
exactly.
That kind of battery life is a game changer.
It is. It gives you so much more flexibility.
Yeah, you don't have to be tethered to an outlet all the time.
Exactly.
Okay, and of course this is all running on macOS Sonoma.
Right.
So what are the reviews saying about how the software side of things contributes to the overall experience?
So they all point out that the integration between the M3 Max chip and macOS Sonoma is really tight.
Yeah.
The OS is optimized to take full advantage of the chip's capabilities.
Yeah.
So you get really efficient performance, good power management.
Yeah.
And then you've got features like Stage Manager for better window organization.
Right.
And macOS is known for its strong security protocols. Mm-hmm. So it all adds up to a really refined and smooth user experience.
Yeah.
And a lot of reviewers say that it's just a much more stable experience than running macOS on non-Apple silicon.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about the elephant in the room.
Right.
The price.
The price, yes.
These machines are not cheap.
No, they're not.
What's the general feeling in the reviews about the cost?
So the reviews acknowledge that the 2023 16-inch MacBook Pro with the M3 Max, it's an expensive machine.
Especially if you start adding more RAM.
Yeah, and storage. The price goes up pretty quickly. Yeah. But the general opinion is that this is a premium tool for professionals who really need this level of performance.
Yeah.
And who can actually use all of its capabilities.
So it's not for everyone.
No. If you're an everyday user.
Yep.
or you have less demanding workflows,
right,
it's probably not worth the cost.
Yeah, you're not going to use all that power.
Exactly. You're better off with something else.
Yeah, so based on the reviews,
okay,
who is the ideal user for this MacBook Pro?
So we're talking about people in fields like high-end video editing, 3D modeling and rendering software development, machine learning, data science.
Anyone who's working with huge amounts of data.
Yeah, anyone who needs that top-tier mobile computing power to be successful in their work.
So it's an investment.
It is an investment.
Right.
But for the right person, it can pay off.
Okay, so let's bring it all together. What's the overall picture that the reviews are painting?
So the consensus is that the 2023 16-inch MacBook Pro with the M3 Max. It's a phenomenal machine. Probably the best choice out there right now. For professionals who need the absolute best performance. Reviewers are consistently impressed by the performance, the display quality, the battery life, the design.
It sounds like they're pretty blown away by it.
They are, yeah. Some are calling it a powerhouse that redefines what's possible on a laptop.
Okay, so bottom line, if you're a professional, you're working at the top of your game, you need a mobile workstation that can handle anything you throw at it. And you're willing to pay for the best.
And you have the budget.
Then this MacBook Pro is probably worth it.
It's probably worth it.
It's an investment.
It is an investment.
But it sounds like it's a good one.
Yeah, it's a tool that can really empower you.
Okay, so to recap, we've seen how the M3 Max chip offers a huge jump in performance and efficiency. The liquid Retina XDR display,
amazing display,
is stunning. Super accurate.
Very accurate.
The battery life.
Long battery life.
Is surprisingly long.
Very impressive.
And the whole thing is designed with professionals in mind.
Exactly.
So you should have a good idea now of what this MacBook Pro offers. And whether it's right for you.
Whether it makes sense for your needs.
Yeah. So as we wrap up, I want to leave you with something to think about.
Okay.
You know, with mobile workstations getting this powerful, this efficient, how do you think this trend is going to change professional workflow in the future?
That's a great question.
Yeah, like what new possibilities are going to open up?
What new doors are going to be unlocked?
For creative professionals, for researchers, for engineers.
Who knows? We might see breakthroughs.
Yeah.
Innovations that we can't even imagine right now.
That's a pretty exciting thought.
It is exciting.
So thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
Into the 2023 16-inch MacBook Pro.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
It's been great having you.
All right.
All right.
Take care.
You too.